You might notice that I just cut my hair, which is crazy. It's been long for a really long time now. Can't think of more adjectives besides the word long. I haven't had short hair since I was like a really little kid. Do you do this thing? One of these guys? I have a clip here just to try this out. I don't know, guys. Is it gonna stay? Who knows? Ow, I don't know what I'm doing. That's like doable, I guess. Hi guys, it's Rachel and welcome back to my channel. We are continuing our holiday things with this giant hot chocolate mug cake. It's super cute, I think, and the chocolate cake recipe is so good too. I was on the lookout for a cake recipe that was good for like layering and possibly carving too. I love my original chocolate cake recipe. It's just that it's super tender, so it's hard to carve if you had to do that or anything. But this new recipe I found is so good. You guys are going to love it. And this is also part of a huge foodie collaboration that I'm doing with I think about 12 or 13 other YouTubers. You guys know that I am like foodie besties with Vedeka from Hot Chocolate Hits. It's kind of ironic that I made the hot chocolate cake this time, Vedeka, just saying. But anyways, you guys know that I am good friends with Vedeka from Hot Chocolate Hits, and we decided to arrange this huge foodie collaboration on YouTube because we just wanted to like connect the foodie community on YouTube. I feel like there's a really strong like beauty and lifestyle community, but we just thought it'd be awesome to connect the foodie community too, because who doesn't love food? I love food. And in the spirit of the holidays, we wanted to center it around charities and giving back during the holiday season. So we all picked a charity to talk about, and we'll have a link of those charities and all of the videos in the description box below. You guys can probably guess what charity I picked, but of course She's the First is very near and dear to my heart. I was their #BakeAChange ambassador, and if you didn't see those videos, then I'll link them down below. But in case you weren't around for those videos, no worries, I will tell you all about them. She's the First is an organization that provides scholarships for girls' education in low-income countries, so that those girls can be the first in their family to graduate high school. If you want to learn more about She's the First and donate to them, then I'll have their links in the description box below. Anyway, so this is a long intro. Let's go ahead and make our hot chocolate cake now. So let's get started. First off, in your stand mixer, just throw in 2 sticks of softened butter. Then add in a ½ cup of shortening, along with 3 cups of sugar. It is like a little bit of sugar, but we are making a lot of cake today. Then I'm just going to cream that together until it gets nice and light and fluffy. Once that's combined, I'm going to slowly add in 5 eggs, just adding them in one at a time. And then once that's all combined, let's work on our dry ingredients. In a separate bowl, you'll want 3 cups of flour, along with a ½ teaspoon of baking powder, a ½ teaspoon of salt, and a ½ cup of cocoa powder. Then just grab your whisk and mix that all through. And once that's combined, I bet you know what's coming next. We're going to add about half of this to our wet ingredients. Mix on low speed so it doesn't splash all over the place, because cocoa powder will kind of like stain your clothes a little bit. Then you want to add in a cup of milk, and then finish it off with the rest of the dry ingredients. Then I'm just going to divide this between 3 different cake pans. These are just some cute little 6-inch cake pans that I've just greased and lined with parchment paper. And then once I've divided those, I'll just smooth out the pans a little bit. Then I'm going to bake those off at 350 for about an hour. They do take a little while to bake, but just be patient. And then once they come out of the oven, let them cool for about 10 minutes or so. Then you can take a serrated knife and just level off the tops. I always like to level the cakes off while they're still in the pans. That way you know it's going to be perfectly even on top, and the cake should just slide right out. And then you can go ahead and repeat this process with the rest of your layers. Once our cakes have had a chance to cool completely, we're just going to start assembling. I'm just grabbing some buttercream frosting here, and I'm going to stick down the first layer of cake. Then I'm going to pipe on a spiral of frosting and just spread that out with my offset. Then I'll press my second layer right on top, and I'll add in some more filling on top of that cake part. I don't know what to say, guys. Then I'm going to add on the final layer, and we're going to do our crumb coat now. I'm starting off by frosting this kind of like any way I want to, and then I'm going to spread this out into an even and thin layer. Tuck in any rough edges at the top. And now is also a good time to make the handle of your cake. If you make the handle now, it's good because it has a chance to dry out and harden a little bit. So I'm just rolling out some white fondant there. And I'm also going to add in 2 toothpicks, this way we can stick it into the cake later. And just rebend that into a C shape. Then set that aside to dry. Afterwards, just pop your cake into the fridge. It should take about 15 minutes for that crumb coat to firm up. And now just work on your final layer of frosting. I'm just going to frost all the way around the outside first. Then I'll grab my offset spatula and just spread it all out. For my first pass over here with the spatula, I'm not really looking for the frosting to be completely smooth, I just want the cake fully covered. And then once the cake is fully covered with frosting, I'll just grab my big cake scraper and just scrape the frosting until it is smooth. Then once that's finished, go ahead and transfer this to a cake plate. This part's a little bit hard to do and it's always a little bit scary, but just grab yourself a big spatula and go for it. And now let's make the little hot chocolate detail on top. You're gonna grab your 6-inch cake pan first and just trace around the outside onto some parchment paper. Then grab yourself some melted chocolate and just spoon that in the center. Then you can spread it out just a little bit, leaving about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch border around the outside. And then before the chocolate sets, grab yourself some large marshmallows and just pop those on top. Then chill that in the fridge. And then once it's set, just peel that off the parchment paper. And you can pop that right on top of your cake. And now it looks just like hot chocolate. I think it's super cool. Then we're going to pop in the handle, and since it's had a chance to set, it should hold that C shape. Then for the final decorations, we're just going to do a classic little Kawaii Sweet World smiley face. I'm just using some black fondant here to make the eyes and mouth, then I'll press on some white fondant for the little dots in the eyes. And we'll finish it all off with the oval-shaped pink cheeks. And now we can pop these right on top of our cake. This cake looks super cute and the pound cake recipe is so good too. You guys are going to love this cake if you give it a try. Alright guys, our hot chocolate cake is finished now and I think it looks super cute. I love how it came out and I can't wait to cut into it too and also eat it. Anyways though, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Once again, don't forget to check out all the videos in our holiday foodie collaboration and I'll have all those linked down below and at the end of this video. And I think that's about it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already because I have tons more holiday videos coming your way. You can also find me on social media at kawaiisweetworld if you want to see me on Snapchat and basically just edit all day, and that's kind of all I do. You can also check out my website over at kawaiisweetworld.com for the full recipe for this cake right here, and I'll see you guys all very soon. Bye guys!